We have, how am I going to describe it? Accreditation until 2029, that gets you advanced standing. It cuts out a whole year of MSW programs, so you save about $15,000 in a year of your life.
Really?
Yes, because we're accredited. So we've been keeping that strong. Please forgive me, I'm going to take a bite out
No,
of it.
so you can, upon graduating here, you can go to the advanced standing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
11 months for a master's.
They didn't used to do that though, right?
Not until we were accredited.
Okay, because I'm like, I don't remember that.
I know.
Okay, all right. Well, that's
I have a
good.
psych degree, and my MSW took 3 years.
Oh, you don't, not no more. Wow.
Do you need a screen for anything? Because I can get a cord to hook you up. Okay, that's
I'm not
great.
that fancy.
I try not to be, but then, I was going to do Flavor Flav for today, but I didn't get a chance.
Where's your chain, man? Your chain's a little bit.
What are you doing these
It's
days?
a big gold rope.
I know, he was on TV recently.
So he's still doing his thing pretty much.
Was he at the Super Bowl with
Still being Flavor Flav.
Snoop
Like he
and
does last.
But I'll give him just a few more minutes. If nobody goes, we're going remote. Everybody caught COVID again this week. You know how that?
Can be.
Like, oh, you caught COVID? That's so incredible. How did that happen?
It's like, be healthier. Eat
Hello.
better, go to sleep.
True. How's it going?
I don't think this will be a full class. This is social work?
Mm-hmm.
Is there only like 7 anyways?
Mhm.
This one? The higher up you get, past Gen 1, and then the higher up ones, I noticed there's not as many. I don't know
We
why.
graduate 12 to 15.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a huge. You
So
think
what's-
it would be.
What is the biggest, the largest major? Is it business education or?
Either psychology or business.
Which is, God knows why.
Social work's about 5th or 6th.
I was a psychology major.
But you couldn't do much to get a master's.
I had to get my master's.
That's what I do the job of a psychology major right now already.
You have to get your master's. What did I do? You have to get your master's. I did intake at a mental health agency, but you have to get your master's.
Yeah, it's basically I do group counseling and mental
Oh,
health
yeah, you have
technician
to do a
stuff.
master's.
Yeah.
Right now, you have a master's?
No, you
Oh,
don't. I'm saying I'm already doing the job.
You're doing,
with a
how are you
bachelor's.
doing that?
Experience. It's if you.
They're allowing,
Yeah,
but you
it's-
but you're not billable.
No. I work as a staff member, so I'm an employee. Yeah, no, it's a workaround. Let's say, but I don't mean it's like the literal like you use your bachelor's degree. It's just there's nothing else above it.
Okay.
Like if you get a bachelor's in psychology, I have a bunch of people I work with that all have bachelor's in psychology, and they have the same job as me.
They have been letting associates level bill QMHS and not so much CPST or VHCT, but you can bill for quality mental health services. We had a lady come here wants to hire all of our students to bill CMHS in
With a
Xenia
bachelor's?
Interesting.
with
Associates even.
GED.
How? How can you?
That's just how much a need there is.
I can believe that because I can believe that. Sure. So with that said, what year are you in school?
This is my junior.
So, and you majored in social work? So if I were you, I know you said you're already doing, I would get start working on your certification.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm
Social
gonna do
work.
it before I even get out. Yeah, because I
Social
usually
work.
have to go to counseling directly, so I can actually.
Social work technician. And then if you're in
CDCA.
substance use, the CAC, certified alcohol counselor, you can start on that now because you're in school and experience.
Interesting. So
Mhm.
before I even graduate, you're saying?
Yep.
And before I'm licensed.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Did I share that with you? I have the test, a practice test for that.
Yeah. No, I want to know this stuff for
And the
sure.
credits, whatever credits you have right now, that also will go towards it.
Interesting. Yeah. No, because I'll do that even if it's something on the side, like whether the pay is much better than what I'm doing now, just because of the
And you
experience.
can do that now. I guess that's Michigan, yeah. I'm sure it's all over. So, are you in Ohio?
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called in Ohio. Michigan's called McBath,
CDCA.
but I'm sure it's all over. But yeah, you can work on that now.
Yeah, no, I'll
social work
definitely do that.
technician and, just the
Social
CAC or CADC, certified alcohol drug counselor or certified alcohol counselor. You can work on those now.
I have the study guide and the answer key for you. I'm surprised I haven't, because I give every student this. I'm like, it's a good way to pay your way through school,
Yep, you can do that now.
for sure. Okay, that's the.
Their title is social work tech too, and that's another thing that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, I do
Mm-hmm.
mental health tech right now. That's what I'm considered, but that's more of a title. They kind of they don't need anything. They found it asked for an associate's at least in psychology, but or the equivalent experience. So that's what's why I got it. Cool. That's pretty good to know.
So how many students are here? You said 3?
Should be
We may have one more show and the rest are remote, so they'll
Okay.
work in full time and watch it later, so we can
Okay.
give them one more minute or. Did you do any other classes?
This is my, this is 1 o'clock class?
Mm-hmm.
This is my 3rd one.
So what was the biggest so far?
The biggest class,
Mm-hmm.
as far as numbers, the freshman class, favorite psychology.
Makes sense. It's a freshman class.
Abnormal psychology?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Those classes are always so. I noticed that it's
That was my
after,
favorite class
Uh-huh.
this year.
after sophomore year, it gets thinner. I notice just because people with the dropout rate, you gotta
Or
consider
they
that.
change major.
Or they change majors, it's just something, it just gets
True.
thinner as you get higher up, I'm noticing, it's like, oh.
I can see that because my senior year, not deaf and dying. Oh, physio psychology, I think that's what it was.
Ah,
Definitely. I think it's physio psychology,
what year did you graduate?
89.
Okay.
89. I had Dr. Martin Stanley, Dr. Bonnie Walker, Dr. Sandra Crockett, Dr. Lewis, Chuck Lewis.
Dr. Greta Wimbush here yet then?
I didn't have Gwendolyn.
So there might not be anybody
Here
left.
that I had, probably not. Yeah, they all have passed. I know for a fact. Lewis is gone.
Wow.
Dr. Crockett is gone.
I was undergraduate from 96 to 99.
Okay.
So Cincinnati, I've always been a Cincinnati, and then University of Kentucky for my master's.
Okay. Why Kentucky? Why?
They recruited the heaviest. I got the most money. It was probably all financial,
I
all
get it.
about the money. I wish I could say someone else recruited better, but that is a good question. That was my only stint in Kentucky.
I get it. My oldest, she has a doctorate of physical therapy in Anaheim, California. She works at the VA, and she also has her own business on the side. She does, but she got accepted at Northwestern University,
Okay.
who's the #1 PT school.
Yeah.
It's 60. Well, then
60,000.
66,000 ago a year. They only offered her 35,000. And Toledo's where she went, because now
Okay.
you can go from bachelor's to doctorate in
Yes.
physical therapy. There's no master's.
Correct.
She chose Toledo, and I was like, oh, they got the #1 school. But she said, it's just a piece of paper. They're gonna give me the same thing, and I
It's
was full of
true.
ride here, but I wanted her so bad to go to Northwestern.
Yeah.
I didn't let her know that how I was feeling, but I was crushed. Because
That's.
they showed us around.
Mhm.
The school itself was downtown Chicago. I mean, downtown
Wow.
Chicago was amazing.
Yeah.
And
That would be amazing.
they had workout facility,
Really?
restaurants. I just go to class. You can just,
Yeah. What year did they change you from a bachelor's to a doctorate? Because
I don't know, she went right in. She has her bachelor's from Bowling Green State University. And then she got her doctorate from University of Toledo.
okay,
So she don't have a master's.
because my sister-in-law, she was born in 1971. She only had to get her bachelor's,
Now it's,
and she does the same work for the license and PT, and gets paid like people nowadays have to get a doctorate. I don't know when that switch happened.
I don't know, but she entered Toledo, she graduated 11 or something into it. So she graduated in 2016 from University of Toledo
Okay.
and went straight to California. She was going to Houston, but they had a big hurricane
Mm-hmm.
and wiped out everything, and she pivoted. So I'm going to California.
Was that in 05?
That was in like 2016,
Mm.
2015, 2016.
So they had more hurricanes down there after.
It was bad. She
Oof.
turned down the position there and went to California,
Oh.
which I hate. Because California's weather is horrible.
It is. It is.
Every time there's a fire, I'm like, where are you? How close are you? She always said, oh, I'm
Right.
nowhere near it, I'm nowhere near it. And
Yes.
then one day she came outside her car and all the sun from the
Mhm.
car cover. I'm like, you told me you were nowhere near it. She said, I'm not.
Air
Right.
quality, too, we know
Close
how bad it is
enough.
for your health, man.
Yeah.
Air quality
It's
is like killing
bad.
people in third world countries because they have to.
Wow.
It's not a little thing. It's like that is bad for your health.
She was in Long Beach, now she's in Anaheim, so. But anyway. All right, well, it's hot here.
This is the hottest classroom,
Is
unfortunately.
it?
It's because
Yeah.
we're out on the side of the building too. It's just if we had more windows, it'd be worse. We're kind of lucky on that.
So there's 3 students total and sometimes they come online?
Mhm.
Is that their
There's
choice?
just only
Yes.
3 that come in.
Okay.
We're allowed, since COVID has been a lot more flexible, in person is way better. I'll say that.
For sure.
It's just,
Yeah, I'm a visual, I need to see.
I
what's
know,
going on.
right.
Well, you don't have the energy too. The energy helps us learn.
And you're senior, junior, freshman, sophomore, your major is social work, okay. What do you hope to do with that?
I want to get my master's.
Okay. You know where you want to go to school?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Just the other partners with us, so that they give you a lot of incentive, like one of them will pay like 75% or something like that of your.
What
of your
school?
masters. What was that? Was it Miami?
Mhm.
Miami. was
Miami and
offering a bunch.
OSU.
They were like, dude, we'll pay for like most of the, you'll only have to pay like $9,000 altogether. And then even Wright State, I think even they're trying to work on something. So there's by the time we graduate, there'll probably be a couple that will incentivize us more than just any school.
Okay. All right. And your major is
Social work.
social work, and your minor in anything? Just-
I mean, technically, I think I'm gonna end up with some kind of close, if not closer, or minor in psychology.
Psychology.
The rest of I don't really care for my minor. I'm doing whatever I want. I'm doing art and just a bunch of fun stuff. So
Okay,
I'm just filling it in with whatever feels good, music and whatever makes me happy.
okay. You are a senior,
Junior.
junior?
So yeah, this year or the next, so I'm done.
Okay, all right. And you're going to grad school?
Oh yeah, I'm going all the way to PhD.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, my name is Dr. Fatima Walker. I'm a 1989 alum of Central State University. After leaving graduate year, I did not go straight to grad school. I had an opportunity to go to grad school, but my dad and my mom, non-educated, I love them. My dad has passed away since my mom said, it's time for you to come home. You've been gone long enough. But Mom, Dr. Bonnie Walker, who was in the psychology department, had a full ride to go to Ohio State to get my master's. My mom said, what is that? She had no idea. So I didn't go. I went home. Anyway, now she knows what it is. I did end up going to the University of Michigan, get my master's in public health. And I also went to the University of Virginia, Lynchburg, got a doctorate in healthcare administration. And then I also have a doctorate in Christian education from the Dominion Theological Seminary School.
Oh, nice. You know, is it? So it's not just me when I want to mix theology with psychology. Like it's a common thing for us, right? For us who are interested in it.
Social work, go with any and everything, because you need both.
Makes sense too. And you could think of theology as like the foundation of all of those things, right? So that's funny. Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. I work right now as a manager at a behavioral health agency, county. Been there 29 years. I can retire when I had 25 years, but I got promotions and I like what I'm doing. And young people are coming up behind me. I like to teach and guide them and lead them and support them. Hopefully I'm making a difference. So that's where I'm at today. My experience here at Central State University, I came by way of my high school counselor. She was a white woman, best counselor you can ask for as a high school senior. I say white because this is a HBCU, and I'm like, what does she know about HBCU? My parents don't even know, and they're black. But anyway, that's to say this. So I played volleyball in high school, ran track, played basketball. I have a scholarship to run track at Alabama State, and I also had a scholarship to go to Howard. Well, Alabama and Howard are far away from Michigan. That's my daddy, it's just, it's too far. So I didn't go to Howard and I did not go to Alabama State. However, my high school counselor said, hey, do you want to play volleyball? I said, yeah. So Central State popped up. I'm like, I asked, where's that, Mom? I said, yeah, where's Central State? It's only 4 hours. Okay, that's where you're going. Okay, Dad. So I signed up. Got down here, met the coach, met the team, saw the campus, ended up coming to Central State. Freshman year was a lot of fun, a lot of parties.
Of course.
We had a ball, Breezeway, which is no longer here. But as a freshman, I know you have to stay focused. It's important to stay focused, know your purpose, know why you're here. If you become a sophomore, a junior, and a senior, you still can easily be distracted because there's a lot of things going on. And the way the world is now, there's a lot of things going on. So it's important to stay focused no matter what's going on, know why you're here, what your purpose is, and what you hope to get out of it once you leave. So that's my experience. And I got a lot of support while I was here from my RA. I leaned on her a lot. My coach, I leaned on Rosie Turner, who she's still here. Coach Turner, volleyball, I leaned on her a lot. And then also I had a lot of support from my friends. I got involved in a lot of things. SGA, I volunteered a lot, which now there's a lot more clubs and opportunities to volunteer versus when I was here. We didn't have, there's a lot of things here now. We didn't have all that. But in the real world, once you do graduate, leave this place, it's a reality check. You'll graduate and you may want a certain career or a certain job, and you may not get that. My first job right out of college was at Speedway as a cashier. So I didn't prepare. I just graduated. I didn't go to grad school. My dad said it was too far. Didn't go to Alabama, didn't go to Ohio State. So, I worked as a cashier. I got fired from Speedway because I couldn't count cigarettes, and people were, back then, you can get your gas and just drive off. You didn't have to pay first. Now you have to use your card or go inside and pay. But back then, when I was in school, you just get your gas, and if you want to go in and pay, you can. If not, you can drive off. So the manager said, I like you, you're doing excellent work. And there was 2 kids there, there were students my age. They had went to Wilberforce, they were from Flint too. So he hired all of us. We were all lousy. They let us all go because he was losing money. I'm like, well, how can I do the cashier and look at the gas pump too? He said, that's part of the job. So my very first job was, with my degree was an intake worker, where I would assess people, children, I did kids, based on their needs, see what's going on with them, name, address, phone, geographic information, and ask what's going on, why are they acting out in school. So I did that, and then I was signing the therapist, and that's what I did for a long time. Then after that, I did licensing of foster care homes, which is a fun job because you get to find placement for kids. You go in, measure the doors, the windows, make sure there's adequate bedding, and make sure that you would also assess the parents, make sure they were up to par as far as raising kids, had stable income, stable housing. So I did that for about maybe 3 years. And then from there, I went on where I'm at now, which I've been there 29 years, doing behavioral health, and I love it. Because mental health is real, depression is real, trauma is real, and I'm working with a lot of kids right now. I have a team of 14 people that I manage, and what we do is go out to the schools and provide support groups, baby groups, skills groups, prevention groups, extra support so they can be successful while in school.
So this is groups class. This is like perfect. I'd love to hear any details on the groups that you're wanting to share.
Vaping, that's huge right now.
Okay.
And kids are vaping from age,
Yeah.
I'd say, old as cringe, 7,
Yeah,
8.
sure.
How do they get their hands on it? How do they know?
Well, it's
Well, the
targeted.
stores make it available.
Online, yeah.
And it's
online.
colorful and they
It's
package it.
targeted
and-
for, yeah, there's a reason why.
So that's one of my favorite groups that my team, they go out and do. And the parents said it's making a difference. So
That's cool.
we got
That's
a grant,
awesome.
we have a millage that allows us to go out and do that. So that's what I do right now.
How was the grant writing process?
Grant writing,
Yes.
you have to be very particular.
Yes.
And you have to, if you say you're gonna make sure Johnny decreases vaping by 50%, you better make sure you do what you say in those grants. Because when it's time to apply again, if you have not met your quota, you will not get the grant. So make it simple. Say we're gonna help Johnny understand that vaping is not good. Of course, Johnny will take a survey pre and post, and they'll utilize that information from the survey when you ready to apply for your next grant.
Yeah, so realistic.
You have to be
Realistic
honest, with yourself. If you can't do it, then don't put it down. 'Cause they
And,
do-
and these are federal grants too, like
Yeah.
that's the next section I was gonna get into with them, so I wanted to make sure I get, we go to grants.gov, I'm trying to think of the next step. We got a $598,000 horticulture therapy grant this year. And
Okay.
that's to increase counselors across the street. Dr. Hunt is one of them, if you've met her before.
No,
And then there's why the seeds are in here and like seed starting horticulture therapy group. So we want more, and I'd love to hear other people's experience with writing them. So that's why that's perfect.
You better write down exactly what you say you wanna do, line from line. Because when it's time to get audited and you wanna apply again, if you haven't done A, B, C, and D, they're gonna look at you, why should we give you $1 billion again when you didn't use it right the first time?
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
just the way it is.
so like
Make
now-
it easy, make it simple.
Like this
small.
many groups we're gonna have, but like really, as opposed to like, we're gonna have this happen with
Mm-hmm.
it, but it says like, we're gonna have this many groups, we're gonna get this many people
Be
involved.
simple, be
Yeah,
honest
things that
with
you know
yourself.
you can do, and you
Right.
can even just kind of pull in, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And make sure you have the staffing for it. If you don't have staffing to run 10
Mhm.
groups a week, don't put that down, you're gonna run 10 groups a week. Because they're gonna look, where was group one, when did the whole group two? If you don't have the staffing, don't put it down. And start small. Once you start, most grants, well, not most, some grants are 2 years, some 5, some are 10. But start small and be realistic, like you said. Be realistic, write down, I'm gonna do this from 2025 to 2027, we're gonna do it on this day at this time. And they're gonna look at that when it's time to reapply again. If you haven't done it, they won't give it to you. There are grants out there, start with your foundations. And you have to write down exactly what you're gonna do.
That makes sense. Yeah.
You have to. And be honest. Be
Mhm.
honest, line for line and fill it out totally. Because you didn't, if they say they wanted this section, talk about budgeting, and you skip the section, they won't even look at it as possible.
Yeah, our potential, go ahead.
That'd be a good honors project to have
Yeah.
a mini mock version of one that wouldn't
Yeah.
have to be as intricate, because I know that they're hundreds of pages sometimes, but like having a mock 10-page one that the students write down and like,
Yeah.
these are the steps for making a grant. You can give me at least this much in each section.
Yes, I would
That sounds
love
like a big
that.
part of the future job.
Our amendment this year for the $600,000 grant is NEFA will not provide buildings. So we got a $50,000 greenhouse kit.
Oh, wow.
But to level it and clear it and get it ready, it could be an additional 50,000. And with Central being on fiscal watch, we may not have that 50 to front for it. So we may not buy the greenhouse kit. We'll do summer growing and seed starting and in the windows if we have to. But that's our big amendment
Is
because
there a board for that, as far as the grant?
for the grant,
Yeah.
it is, we have the Office of Sponsored Research that keeps us accountable on it.
Okay.
If that's the sense, they do all the billing, they do all the paperwork.
Okay.
We're supposed to create 3 courses. I've done my one on horticulture therapy. Dr. Hunt will teach that. We're going to have 2 in permaculture, which is also kind of a social services, grow your own food, create your own energy and electric type of thing. So
Okay.
that's,
Oh, wow. Okay.
it's
Yeah.
getting big, along with 2 grants this year for behavioral health workforce expansion program was $400,000, and we got a $300,000 Ohio Great Minds program. So we got over $1 million in grants this
Oh,
year.
that's awesome.
But you gotta
Right.
get follows through on them though, right?
What's that?
But like you were saying, we gotta make sure that
We have, so the first 2, those are complete. The NEFA one with horticulture therapy, I do feel concerned if we don't put that money up for the construction, build, and design, that we just need to write the amendment, like you said, because that is one of the objectives and goals.
They
So
will, yeah, they will come after you.
yes.
I wonder if this might be a vague question, because I don't know a lot about the ins and outs of what we're talking about, but is there a way, like, say they gave you all this, they were like willing to give you this money, and you did have this secondary problem, like the building that it wasn't allowed to be applied to? Could you say, like, could you go into the community and say, we're gonna hold groups that are donation based with the money that you're giving us so that we can still do the group part and then fund the schooling through the donations? Is there any kind of like overlap there that's like conflict of interest in any way?
They love collaborations and partnerships.
Cool, okay, that's good to know.
That's
Then-
perfect.
So that would be the way to like work around with like, hey, we need this other half, so that we're gonna do what we said we're gonna do, but we're gonna do it in a way that takes advantage of other people getting involved. So that we can actually, kill two birds basically, right? Do the groups that we're saying with the counseling, but also get money funding for the actual building
They
itself.
love partnerships and
That's cool.
collaborations.
That's
They
good to know.
love it. That's a plus.
One of
That
ours,
makes sense too, especially in social work.
being a federal grant, the Behavioral Health Workforce Expansion Program did not include students from the Bahamas. So getting funding for students from the Bahamas, specifically at University of Cincinnati for their Masters of Social Work. Do you remember who went there last year? Was it, hello? Deshae Johnson? Deshae went. Hello. So,
That's my sister.
okay, nice to meet you.
And that's-
Did you guys go at the same time too?
No, I'm older.
You were 1993.
When I was here,
Yeah.
what was I here singing? 89.
89 to 93.
No, I came in summer, I think you was a senior,
Yeah, yes.
so I think it was 89,
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, Forson Smitty.
That's awesome.
But she has a daughter that's here now. She's a freshman.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, welcome.
And her major is in biology.
Ah, smart. We're all social work. This is our groups class. We were talking about not just mental health groups, but then the grant writing to get the funding for it, which is
And there's a big budget for behavioral health.
Oh, yeah.
there is. There's 500 million for addictions this year.
And that's good, it's needed. It's needed.
We have a big problem in Middletown.
Well, and that's interesting. I
Yes.
didn't even
Fentanyl.
start off doing this, but when they had the crack epidemic, there was, I don't say there was nothing available. It was not talked about.
Wasn't talked about.
And then when meth became an issue, I'm missing the big one. What's the big one now?
It's fentanyl,
Fentanyl and
It's another
carfentanil,
one.
heroin, and
it's called the perks, they say perk 30 or something.
Opiates.
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 When opiates came on the scene.
Yeah.
They're all under that
this
umbrella.
money Appear like, whoa, there's a lot of
It's
money.
needed.
A lot.
500 million.
Legally too.
And Kentucky got 400 million, Ohio got 500 million.
Distribution effort.
That's why the CDCA thing got real, and I just sent him. He already qualifies if he turns in this little workbook that I gave him. So
Okay.
it's
Wow.
addiction
So
recovery.
You want to be addiction counselor?
I already work as that right now, so
Okay.
I already write groups and I do group education, under the licensure of the company I work for, Kettering.
Okay, okay.
And I'm working with we have co-occurring, we have, intensive care, and we also have just the depression clinic,
Okay.
all within a locked facility. So I've been doing that for a couple of years now.
Okay.
And,
So why are you in school now?
Well, because I want to be licensed as a counselor. And I also want to create I've been working on a lot of my own ideas along with
You want
psychology,
your
and
own
I want
practice?
to publish my own stuff.
There you go. That's what I wanna hear.
I want to fuse musical. I was musical director for 10 years in Portland, Oregon. And that's
Okay.
where my big roots of psychology began, as I started studying and I started realizing the effect that it had on people, and not only for coping itself, but also just the engagement in the community. So I'm gonna fuse all of my experience with musical production as that director position with psychology and social work. I'm gonna create a community, and I'm gonna spill it out, hopefully have that multiply across the country in any way I can.
And what does music do for the body or the mind?
Well, music, especially just like any other expression, I think my main focus right now is coping skills have gotten a bit diluted and convoluted these days. We say coping skills in a lot of ways, but we're actually saying passive, like almost like de-escalators. When someone says, "Oh, I listen to music to cope," it's not that it doesn't help us, but it's not something that helps us move forward. It just helps prevent us from building up that steam per se. From my perspective, and so I focus on artistic expression as being a tool to not only de-escalate, not only create the state of flow, not only allow us to work with something that's nebulous and out of our reach, but it also creates a new memory and allows others to reflect on it, so you get a perspective. So there's like all these angles within artistic expression that are so valuable, and I noticed it as I was directing, as I engaged with the audience, with them coming up to me and saying, "I don't know why, but this made me think of my mother," and with tears in their eyes, and I'm like, "This is just," and I was like, "This was about my mother." And I was like, so you're relating to that.
Trigger.
And I started realizing it went both ways, for me as well as for them. And I was like, how can I take advantage of that entire idea? And that's when I got turned on to psychology. And then I got talked into social work, which was a quicker route, and
Okay, you said quicker route.
Uh-huh.
to counseling, because I don't have to get my master's to get a counseling certification. In psychology, I'd have to have a master's first. So I need to start making money now because I want to start a family too. So I'm trying to increase my income, and then I'm going to move on to my master's in social work to increase it, and then I'm going to get a doctorate in psychology.
Okay.
So that's when I'm going to make, because my PhD is going to help me be more credible when I actually publish my work. So that's kind of the means to an end. But there was the stepping stone along the way, which is I'm already in the field. Kettering's going to offer me an immediate work in social work and psychology. I'll immediately get twice my income now, and I'll get an extra 20. It's just like a really quick, practical
Okay.
next few years. But I will eventually go to psychology.
All right,
That's going to be
okay.
my end result.
Okay.
That's my passion.
And you said social work too? And you plan on going to grad school, you said? Okay. And what are you gonna do with your social work degree? Don't say you don't know.
I think I want to work with kids.
Why
Mhm.
kids versus adults?
She had a cool
I don't know.
internship this summer.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Tell her about
Right,
that.
I'm not sure if I work with my kids still. So I don't know. I just like it.
Okay.
So I really,
So there's social work, there's behavioral health social work, there's addiction social work, which it all ties together. There's also social work as far as professional sports, which is big right now.
Ooh, say more.
Athletes, professional athletes, obviously all therapists and social work,
I
but
see.
they need case managers.
In specific
Mm.
ways too, as a SEC, you're
That's
basically the same.
Growing right now.
Makes sense.
So
Is
think
that
about
IO
that.
too? Is that considered IO at all?
I feel like that'd be a lot of money in that field.
Yes, industrial organization, like the industrial organization
And
psychology.
EAP, Employee Assistance Programs,
Yeah.
that's huge right now.
Yes.
That's very huge, especially in
What's EAP?
professional sports. Employee Assistance Program.
That's the position for the social work, or is that
That-
just a program
that's
that employs the social?
The
employee-
funding.
I see.
Yeah.
That's growing. It's huge right now. Right now, it's very good. But yeah, opiates, the crack epidemic, and fentanyl right now is very, very big. You can use it one time, or you can use it 10 times. One time, you can be gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
I know it's pretty.
They're sprinkling on weed now too.
Everything. Kids don't know that.
I don't know if they can put it in vapes yet, but I feel like they put it in all that stuff.
I'm sure they can.
I'm sure they can.
Yeah, you just like wet it, put the oil in it.
But I don't have anything else. Ask me questions. I'm here.
Yeah.
I talked about Central State.
Which,
I made it through here. I did some things I probably should have done. But
Right.
I pulled it together. I played volleyball, which helped. You know,
yeah.
my coaches and my RA helped me a lot. I was a chemistry major starting out, but you cannot party, travel, and volleyball, and expect to be on the dean's list.
Right.
You're a chemistry major. It just won't happen.
Chemistry's rough, right?
Huh?
Take chemistry's rough. Like,
Yes,
like
and-
it takes like all.
And the mistake that, I don't say I made, but the mistake that I believe the school made, but I'm okay now, is when I came in as a freshman in high school, I had specialty, what you call honors classes in high school. So I had that in chemistry and biology. So when I got here, I took some tests and they put me in junior chemistry class. I had structure and binding, stoichiometry and mold as a freshman. And I shouldn't have. So, I can do chemistry, it's easy, I can do it, but I never even heard of structure,
Yeah.
binding, and stoichiometry and
So
mold.
there was a gap between that height.
And I was traveling, playing volleyball, I come back, whoa, I gotta finish song by tomorrow, it's not gonna happen. So, I don't know if that was my mistake, my mom's mistake, the school's mistake, but
Hmm.
It's
somebody
definitely an alignment issue.
did something.
I'm curious that, so you work you said you do management now in mental health facilities. So you're not working as just a social work role, you're like managing, overseeing the actual.
Social workers.
The social workers there? I see, okay, cool.
I did ACT, which is assertive community treatment, where you go out and you manage or monitor the caseload of the most severely and persistently mentally ill persons. You would go to their house every day to make sure they got their meds, because they won't take them on their own.
For sure.
And they're not there at 2:00 p.m., you gotta go out at 2 a.m.
Schizophrenia usually.
Schizophrenia, bipolar.
Adults.
Mhm.
Okay, so you could have like 100 of them or 200.
see, and then so now you're like, you basically, your role is, instead of being more like a case load, you're more managing the social workers and training them and helping guide them and stuff.
I did mental health court, which is also huge. We have mental health court now, we have baby court now,
Maybe court.
we have girls court.
What
Baby
what
court
is that?
is, say a parent abandoned or abused a child, well, they have something called baby court. The parents have to come to court with the baby, actual baby, and make sure baby's okay. The judge say that you do A, B, C, and D, and if you did, I need you to follow this program. Court is usually a year, they have to follow that program in order to maintain custody of their children.
I see, so it's court related to these specific types of like judging.
Mental health court is really huge because the judge, they normally put you in treatment, therapy, school, what else they do? Employment, vocational training. You have to do all those things within a year in order to get out of mental health court. And you in mental health court because you either assaulted an officer,
Yeah,
you were indecent exposure outside, whatever the crime may have been. It's a petty theft. Well, assault's not petty, but they give you a chance to wash it out. But you have to complete mental health court. You come to court every week and you report to the judge every week and let them know what you've done. And you get an assigned attorney to work with you, to help guide you. You get a therapist, you get a case manager, all to help you finish the program. And if you don't finish the program, whatever crime you did commit, you will go to jail.
Then, yeah, so
Michigan State funds it? The state of Michigan funds all that?
There's a, yes, they do.
Okay,
Yes,
wow.
they do.
Jeez,
That's pretty cool. It gives you like an opportunity in that moment. Because I've seen
Yeah.
quite a few people, because obviously there's some that, and this isn't meant to be a best thing to do, that it's just, they're just, it's obvious that they have no ambition to change those things, but some, I've had some that are just like, man, this is the first time in my life I've had these psychotic breaks, and that's an opportunity to be like, hey, this isn't just you fixing the problem, this is actually a better benefit than you ever could have got otherwise. So in a sense, there's a blessing that this, tragedy, it's like, you can use this, like, bring the shit out yourself, right to the top, guys.
So that's interesting.
That's cool.
I didn't know about court for a while. And then I also do QM, quality management, where you manage and monitor insurances. Now, since most, I don't know about across the United States, but the majority of the public health agencies are now called CCBHC, Certified Clinical Behavioral Health Centers. But now you take everybody, no matter what kind of insurance you have.
Oh, I see, okay. I did a little bit of administration, for Africa Living, so I got brushed with the whole acceptance and like, so yeah, I don't understand a lot about it, but I do a little bit, so I can imagine what that's like in that role.
So there, let's see, after that, back to intake. But I was doing more of assessments, and then from there, I went to where I'm at now, actually. But I've been at the same HC 29 years.
You see, did you ever go through anything, because like what I'm interested in, and so maybe you have adjacent information from like someone else, but I'm really interested in continuing what I'm doing now, group therapies. But I still don't, the only experience I have or perspective is from being in a company that employs me, they just give me material and say, here, this is your groups each day, you do these at certain times. Is it similar like that? I mean, is there like, I don't really know what the
You
question
mean
is.
as far as the schools?
Like as a social worker, like what, is it the same as like in counseling where I would either work for an agency, an app, and or do my own private stuff, assuming I got that, licensure to.
So it sounds to me you want your own practice.
Eventually, is there anything in the meantime though that like, do you know of any like social work that does, that like hires for group therapies and stuff?
All agencies.
Addictions,
have some type
very-
of-
So,
Especially addictions, because they have big
and you
groups.
can get into a role as a social worker that's basically all that.
Most agencies now offer groups. I mean,
I
from
see.
the public sector or
Yeah,
a nonprofit mental health sector, most offer groups. Groups are very helpful,
Yeah.
mhm.
and it's a tool that you can use from day one till you leave this place.
That's cool.
So a lot of places, they offer groups, and you can even start groups here on campus.
Yes.
Because right now, the only thing I've seen, because I've been enough in medicine for the last 20 years as a caretaker,
Mhm.
and then into mental health tech kind of stuff. I've only ever seen social workers behind the scenes doing case management stuff. You know what I mean?
Not running
You
groups.
No, you see them come out and they do like one-on-one stuff. They set things up for them. It's basically all case management and like assessment, and then they're gone kind of thing. Like they might do a little bit of one-on-one counseling in that moment, but you know what I'm talking about, like
They run groups, we just gotta find them, but most agencies, they have groups.
Get your independent license. Like even the
That's
CDCA
what I'm
has
also
one.
thinking, for sure.
Yeah.
You go
Right.
CDCA, LCDC, LICDC, then LICDCS. It's the same structure as
LI,
licensed independent chemical dependency counselor.
I wonder
see,
if
we don't have that in Michigan.
Okay.
I don't.
It's that's probably our 500 million Ohio got. So they've created
Oh,
this
okay,
whole
say it again, L,
LCDC, licensed chemical dependency counselor. They have level 1, 2, and 3. Then
so it's same
licensed.
as CAC, it sounds like it,
It is. CDCA is the chemical dependency counselor assistant.
okay.
And so that's the stuff I sent him, and that would be the springboard to especially groups, because addictions always has groups.
I just realized too that I've always worked on inpatient clinical settings. I wonder if, because we have an outpatient building too, I wonder if they're more utilized in those settings. I guess like ones where you come and go to as opposed to someone being in the
I'm
facility.
sure, yes, I'm sure.
That would make more sense actually, because we're kind of correct, we're kind of damage control in the facility. It's
Okay.
it's
Mhm.
less, the social workers are there more about like, what can we do when you leave here? How can I set you up for this other stuff?
Outpatients.
Yeah,
And also I did hospitals, since you mentioned inpatient, did assessment for hospitals where once they're ready to discharge, I said, hey, you need to go here, here, here. Locate those facilities, say I'm sending Johnny over, for vocational training, I'm sending Johnny here for medication management. So that, I did that also.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Did you do any licensure stuff in Michigan?
Yes,
Okay.
because I have a bachelor's in, I have a license, I'm a licensed social worker, but it's a
Oh, okay.
bachelor's level.
That's awesome.
And right now, I was grandfathered in.
In 92, they stopped that.
Because now you gotta take a test.
Yep.
I didn't have to take a test, so, but, before I could be billable, a master's level person had to monitor and look at all my work
Mhm.
in order for our agency to bill for me. Because,
And yeah, and you have to do that under what, like 2 years, whatever, until you're certified. So, yeah, I got something. Luckily, I know enough people in the field that I've got some things lined up. I'm really,
but get the social work under your belt, get the CA, well, it's not called CAC here, it's called.
Yeah, the CDCA he could
Okay,
get right
we can do
now.
that now.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
And then,
CDCA, you said?
yes, chemical dependency. I sent you
You
all
said
the
you did. You okay?
info in both of those books. I don't know how quickly you read them, but
So is there anybody on here that I should be calling?
yeah, I want to see if there's any questions. There's one. We don't have any questions as of right now. No. I know we're going to. Do you have questions about Bahamas? How different are the Bahamas?
Is that where you're from, the Bahamas? Oh, cool, I'm going there in December.
Freeport or Nassau?
NASA,
Okay.
no question. What made you come here from the Bahamas?
Full run.
Well, oh, really? Yeah, full ride?
No, I'm going back. Scholarships, yeah.
Okay, that's good. So you're gonna go back home? You'll stay in the States? Okay, all right. Yeah, we're going in December, December the 4th through the 9th. I'll be there.
That would be awesome. That's a perfect time to
I
go.
know.
St. Nicholas Day.
But I'm thinking about not going now because the government shut down.
Yeah. Hopefully,
Is it
TSA
scary?
is.
Bargaining chip. Hopefully it's not as long as my buddy's waiting for, he just got hired at Pentagon.
right?
Oh.
That's like a big deal. He just got hired and he was like, well, hopefully I still have the job because they shut down right
Dang.
before he went in. So he's pretty sure he will, but it's possible that when they start back up, and you're like, we don't have that position for you, man. Like,
You know who has no worries at this time? One of my best friends. Her brother is higher up in NASA. They have nothing to worry about.
NASA?
Nothing to worry about.
Why not?
Trump likes NASA.
Oh, is that why
okay.
there's the
All right.
Space Force? Is that what that's
He
all
has
about?
nothing to worry
Makes
about.
the
He's
space.
real high
I
up.
mean, thinks it's cool.
I think he loves it. So
All right, well, he's got
they
a
literally got an email saying you have nothing to worry about.
Does his
Oh,
autistic
even when
kid
it's a
like it or
large
something?
That's funny.
You know what I'm talking about? His
Yeah,
like
son,
7-foot
you don't
autistic
never
kid.
see him
that's-
no more.
Well,
Son.
He's probably in space.
I was gonna say, yeah, he likes the that's probably why he's keeping it.
He lives on Mars and they're not telling us about
All
it.
those astronauts.
So I have nothing else. If you have any more questions, I'm here. If not, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been wonderful.
You follow your dream, please.
I
'cause
will.
You have a
Yes.
plan in place.
I
Go.
love it.
You're gonna stay here, not go back to the Bahamas? I will go
We'll
back.
get her a full ride to UC next. That's what we got.
So you are going to grad school, that's right.
Yeah, that's our next goal. Probably most important one is funding because I don't want to pay for a dime. I've managed
Yep.
not pay anything so far, and I don't want to pay anything.
OSU is $1,500 a semester. UC will give a full ride. We did convince them for a Bahama student, so I'm hoping to get
Perfect.
2 this year. We
That's
have a
great.
UC visit. We got a Michigan visit this week. We
Okay.
have OSU next month, and then we're missing a tire.
Yep.
So we're giving them all the opportunities and
Awesome.
you guys to answer their questions. I just love when there's lots of questions, and it's okay if you don't, but we encourage heavily questions.
So that's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, get your master's, you have to.
Yeah.
For sure.
Probably the difference in income is pretty significant.
And it's only
Yeah,
11
the job
months.
market.
That's really good. I had my friend, when I was telling my best friend, she went to Wayne State University. in
Wow.
Michigan, and she did advanced.
Did she
On
really?
her last day of class, Ashley, this is a funny story. When she was done, the year I was getting married, she came to our church, and my dad was standing in the aisle. It was rehearsal dinner. She literally passed out. She's unfinished, and she just dropped.
May 15th.
She just dropped.
Did you get married in May?
It was in June.
June is even
So it
hotter
just
then.
dropped.
Okay.
She said that advanced standing it was tough.
It kicks her
Okay,
butt.
See, that's why I'm debating on I'm gonna do it because I know I can, but I work full time too.
But if
so.
you're gonna do it,
People do it all
Soon
the
as you're done here.
I
Don't
am.
wait.
No,
Yes.
If I'm doing it,
Don't
I'm doing it
skip
right away. No.
any
I'm gonna
years.
take advantage of this. I mean, I mean,
Because you're already in go-go mode, so keep going.
And how many-
work too, I've managed to. This is what I try to tell a lot of students because I mean, I have an advantage because I'm a lot older, and there's something about just that experience that makes you more dedicated to things you're spending your time on. So I admit to that being a thing, but I also the reason why it solidifies and it pushes me forward is because I don't just do an assignment for the assignment's sake. Everything I do is building my dissertation and my future portfolio. There's not a single assignment. I don't care. I haven't yet met a teacher yet, which is great. But if I met a teacher that was like, you can't do this thing that's in that area, and I knew it was still relevant to what we were talking about, I would do it anyways. I would just be like, I don't care because this is for my future. And that just digs me in deeper in ways that where I'm at home and when I'm bored, I'm like, hey, I might as well work on this. This is fun for me. So I've been stacking and building basically fragmented parts of my full-on work that I'm going to put out one day. That's why I'm using it for the honors too. I'm doing I'm gonna do a double. I'm gonna do double the work on this class just so I can have one be the honors project.
And she's right about going straight through. I had more than 50% go ABD. And that's all but dissertation because it's so easy to say, life happens. I can't do it now.
Yeah, so keep going. You're going to UC. Is that where you want to go? You don't know.
Right.
Whoever offers the most money, that's what I
Yeah.
tell them. Whoever pays you the
Look at Ohio
most.
State too.
Yeah, they're good. You'll figure it out too.
They are only $1,500 a semester at OSU for Central State grads specifically. We negotiated a deal with
Wait, how
them.
much?
$1,500 a semester, 1,500, 3 semesters advanced standing will only be $4,500 for
That
a
don't sound right.
I know, but that's what they gave last year. I hope they have it again this year
At Ohio State?
at OSU.
Oh, wow.
We had a great
Yeah,
deal
you're
with
pushing a lot right now. There's no reason not.
every year. It's a negotiation and interest and students and getting them
Just
on.
Central State?
Yes, it's specific, and that's what it is. We're getting specific
Oh
to
my
Central
gosh,
State grads.
That's wonderful.
There's heavy recruitment of Central State
That's
grads.
one of the
Oh,
advantages of HBC, right?
that's
So
nice.
Yes.
I like to hear that.
We're hooking it up. It's been awesome. Like last year, all of our seniors that got the BHWEP got $12,000 internship. Mine was free. Most people's are free. They got a laptop, tuition, and everything was paid for them to finish and graduate. So 12 students took advantage of that. We
Oh,
presented
wow.
research together. So we take them to conferences.
That's
We're
wonderful.
publishing together. We're doing
And what
everything.
class is this?
This is social work practice 2. So social work generalist practice 2.
That's wonderful.
We do everything with our students. If they're willing, some of them are like, there's a cool party this weekend. I'm
Right.
like, dude, that will go away. I know
Right.
it sounds cool now, but
You know, I told one of the classes, parties, they're every day. There's a party every day but Sunday.
yeah,
So if you know you need to study, have homework, you can help organize a party.
yeah,
You can put up the flyers for the party, but you don't have to go.
right.
Or you can leave early.
You can leave early.
You can leave
Yeah.
at like 9 o'clock.
Don't go at all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
organize
get
it. Get the flyers out, organize it, talk about it, put it in the newsletter. But you don't
Get-
have to go.
Get a grant for anti-vaping and hand out the flyers and get paid to go to that party.
Exactly.
That's what we're working on. We're kind of stepping it to another level.
How's human trafficking?
Around here,
Have you do anything with human trafficking?
we do
That's our state.
for sure.
When you said grant and flyers, I'm on a human trafficking task force at home, and we do a lot of magnets and put them in all the bathrooms.
Did they watch that movie that came out a year and a half
Which
ago?
not ashes.
The Sound of Freedom?
Pretty good. Follows it off.
And it's about an old CIA officer
They
that,
basically bring up yeah, that's right.
well, it's a real documentary of what he
I haven't
did.
watched that.
And it is, Hollywood did not want it released.
No, 'cause it's pretty.
It took 4 years to be
What's
released
the name
because
of it?
The Sound of Freedom. It's on Amazon
And
Prime.
they address the fact that the Midwest is like one of the biggest trafficking zones because of where the connection of freeways.
And I don't
systems
understand that.
travel.
You're right about that.
Canada.
Vegas, man, we have like multiple.
Detroit, is one. Cincinnati is one.
Because we have I-75.
We have I-70. We have all these major connections, right? Like massive amounts of connections, so you can get away really quick.
But why
And,
Cincinnati? I didn't
Just a minute.
understand that.
Because it's the heartland. It like every highway goes through and
It's like a web. You can see the map. It's like
it's only 4-hour drive to
it's not
Canada
all-
from
not all ones,
Cincinnati.
yeah, it's all free.
Yeah. It's like not even overnight. You can
Detroit's
leave it.
right over the bridge.
Yes, that's the big problem. And Ohio is just a hotbed.
It's a
And,
quick film out.
I couldn't picture why Cincinnati. Why
Yes.
Cincinnati?
well, in that
Why not
documentary,
Columbus or Dayton or Toledo? But
because we have
Cincinnati,
70, 74, 75, and 70.
more highways.
We have 4
Multiple
major
in all
highways.
directions too, so you just straight
Makes
shot out.
sense.
And
That's the video
like
I was
you,
looking
you
at.
go the river, it's almost like the Mason-Dixon line, right to West Virginia, right to Kentucky. Like there's ways to avoid authorities everywhere in Cincinnati.
That makes sense now.
It's
Okay, that makes
bad.
sense. It
It's
is.
sad and bad. Like don't put something on your windshield wiper where it'll smear and you get out of the car to take it off and they snatch you up. Like there's crazy crap going on.
That's
Yeah.
huge. I haven't, that's huge.
And then, like,
Watch The Sound of
like
Freedom and
signs.
like show it to
Yeah.
everybody you can. As Hollywood did not want that released.
So we need
There's-
signs on that area, like when you enter, they have those welcome signs in certain areas. It needs to say, "Welcome. This area is a really high traffic zone.
I know,
Make sure
yeah.
you watch your kids."
Well, and they'll just
Put some
shoot them
word
up
on it,
with
feel like
fentanyl so they pass out. So you'll just get a fentanyl and
That's intense.
That's-
I know, it's crazy. Well, we can fix it though. That's
yes,
why we're here. That's the reason we're in this.
that's
job.
another grant
That's why we're
opportunity.
looking for
There's a
this.
lot of grant opportunities for that too.
you're right.
That's why they need so much.
Unless if the government's involved, who knows?
And another grant opportunity is gambling.
Oh, we just got $300 million in Cincinnati. UC won a huge award for the
Gambling
anti-game.
Anonymous,
Yep.
gambling. I
GA.
went to a conference and I said, I'll never go to another one. They spent so much money on it was so much fancy food.
Because they have to spend it all.
I mean, we had I heard of 3, 4, we had like an 8-course meal. I'm like, I'm not coming back.
Was that the main one, like the keynote, or was it?
Yes, the keynote.
I don't like
I
that
mean, we
idea.
had salad, we had dessert, we had our entree, and then we just had so much food. Oh my
You're like
God.
imagining what you could do with that money otherwise.
Yes. I said, I'm gonna go to another, my agent paid for it, I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, no, that's awful. Yeah, we need to get back.
Save that money, give me a hamburger, some chips and pop.
I know exactly.
Yeah, for
For
sure.
all that money on that fancy food and the place we had it at and the ballroom
Give
and
it to charities.
Yeah.
It's like, what do they get? It's like it said, like,
There's
hey, we
money.
gave everybody $1,000 worth of charity.
there's money for
Yeah.
everybody. No one should be homeless and nobody should be homeless.
Well, I was going to say gamblers and addicts love doing it up fancy.
That's not right.
I know,
How
I
come
agree.
We can't see that. We're
Right.
not the ones that's making that decision.
We're stuck in the first world and
budgeting too.
I felt bad being there eating that food.
Oh, yeah.
I bet. No, I know.
Did I get seconds? Yes, of course.
right.
It's like that.
That's a
middle-
waste of money.
It is.
Yep.
I used to do ordering for the Avenir buildings, and one of the things that was, and I get both ends, right? But one of the things was if I didn't spend this amount of budget next year, they'd shorten it. And I knew that if they shortened it, since the bubble is different, like maybe this year I didn't have to spend an extra 10 grand, but next year I might need it, otherwise the building owner. So there's this awful middle ground that creates that beyond the nefarious like actors of it. That it's just like, okay, I gotta spend this, and I felt bad each time because I was just buying stuff. I was like, let's buy 4 more extra vacuum cleaners just in case. And we'll put them in storage somewhere. Because next year, and then sure enough, the next year, I was glad I had it because our carpet machine broke down, which was 10 grand. So that year I had to spend the 10 grand. You know what I mean? So it was like, that's why I was incentivized even in my position. I was like, oh, this, I'm not saying that's the reason why they're doing it, but it seems like there's a need for someone in the middle to come in and go, okay, how can we have this leniency from both ends, so we're not wasting money, but also not shorting people.
But
that's-
in their grant, I guarantee you,
Oh, yeah.
the gambling, the conference I went to, I'm guaranteeing you in that grant, they put in there, the food's gonna cost this much.
Uh-huh.
The rental place is gonna cost, so
Oh, yeah.
it was covered. But
Well, it sounds like even what we got here before Fiscal Watch and Wright State, their professors all made six figures, and they were all kind of eventually laid off because they were just kind of too high. We're the lowest by 10% across the state as teachers. Start at 50 for associate professor, 63 for assistant professor. I might have those mixed up, and full professor gets 69. So, and during COVID, I saw we got a fleet of 20 cars. I'm sure they added up to 500 million, and that's kind of where I think the budgeting. Like right now, we don't have our numbers from the past 3 years,
wow.
so that's an issue. That's why the state's coming after us. So it's like, let's get accountable and honest, so we
But
can
this is
show.
a state school.
Right, and that's why we have to be accountable and honest to stay open, or someone will snatch us up like Miami or OSU and just make us a satellite. None of us want that to happen.
No.
Moral of the story is, this is the era of balance.
Accountability,
You need to balance things out.
Voluntary
Everybody should be working
simplicity,
towards
yeah.
balance.
voluntary simplicity is a new idea coming out of just being voluntarily.
Voluntary.
Voluntary simplicity, it's a huge movement in the first
I like
world
that word.
because we have to volunteer to be simple as we have access to so much good stuff here.
Makes sense.
Yeah, sacrifice and honesty, right? Like if you're religious, there's a lot of, if you're religious in any way, then, and I know that it covers everything. If you're religious in any ways, you start to realize just how much parallels with the word, what it tells us to be worried about. And we're watching it play out. It's
Yeah.
always here, 24 7.
So I come back every year, so I'll put that in this class next year.
Absolutely.
You'll be here,
Oh,
Yeah.
and I didn't get your name.
It's like you.
You'll be here? Okay, so maybe I'll see you.
Yeah, they're both juniors, right? You guys are both juniors. There'll be an internship.
Hang in there,
It was wonderful talking.
grad school is a must.
Yes,
Enjoyed it.
for sure.
I'm gonna take a lot of this.
Yes.